Hello, my name is Susan Harding, and welcome to another episode of City Issues. Today we have joining Mayor McClemment and I, Nikki Bamonti, and she's going to speak with us today on our Freecycle Roundup Day. Thank you for joining us, Nikki.
Thank you for having me, Susan. Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks for coming.
Now, Nikki, Freecycle Roundup Day is something the City of Frederick's been doing for quite a few years. It's been very successful. Can you tell us a little bit about the day, where it is, the times, a little bit of information for us?
Sure. Our Freecycle Roundup is something that like you said, it began a few years ago as a way for city residents to be able to get rid of some of their bulk trash items, things that are too big and cumbersome to put out with your regular weekly trash or recycling. And what we have found in doing this now for a few times, we learn a little bit every time, is different ways that we can recycle or can reuse items. So we're just wrapping in with the county's recycling program and some other great things that are going to be going on in the area, and to promote our Freecycle Roundup at that time. So as I started to say, the event has really expanded in ways that we could put less in our landfill and more items could be reused and recycled. So we partner with nonprofit organizations, Habitat for Humanity, Goodwill, Salvation Army have all participated in the past to collect items that then can be donated.
And they're on site that day.
Exactly. They'll come out to the site, and as you drive through with your vehicle, some of the items will go to charities, some of the items will be recycled, and some of the items will go into trash. But the overall amount that's going into trash is significantly less than what it would be if we just threw everything right in the trash.
And you have a new location for the event this year.
We do. We're actually going to be at Walnut Ridge Park this year. It's just off of Rosemont Avenue. We've typically done it the last few years by the fairgrounds on Highland Avenue. And so this new location, we're hoping we'll reach out to some people in the other part of town, just make it as convenient as we can for all the different areas of the city. So I think the plan is now to move it around a little bit to try out some other locations.
And it's from what time to what time on that day?
Starts at 8 a.m. Our crews will be out there and set up way before that, but residents can start coming at 8 a.m. and it goes until 2 p.m.
And there'll be people there to help them unload their items?
Absolutely. You don't even have to get out of your car if you don't want to. You're welcome to walk around and check things out, but if you are driving your items, you can stay in your car and pop the trunk or pull up with a truck, and our folks will take care of everything from that point. So all you have to do is get it there.
The overall goal is to cut down on the amount of solid waste that is put out on a weekly basis, and to increase the amount of recyclables, so that we're not putting stuff just to bury it. We're putting it back into good use. And Nikki said it very well that this is a great opportunity because one man's junk is another man's treasure, and we're finding that a number of the nonprofits that are participating with us would normally get these, or be looking for these type of items, furniture, couches, chairs, and stuff that someone has just felt it doesn't go with their decor anymore, a new house or whatever, are very, very good, still good pieces, and they want them so that they can take them back to like it says, their stores and their locations, and put it back into the marketplace so that we're not putting it and burying it in the landfill. So it is a great opportunity. We, as Nikki said, we try to work the bugs out of it. And one of the reasons it was held off of Highland Street for the longest time is it was a way for us to sort of control the amount of people coming in and out through the gate. We want to always remember that this is paid for and for the use of the citizens of Frederick, the city of Frederick, where we don't want to exclude a lot of people, but we have limited budget resources, and it's our job to try to get some of this bulk trash out of the system. So we want to make sure we'll be able to say, yes, you are a city resident and we have a place to go in. But I also wanted to make sure that it was convenient to as many of the residents as possible. So having it at one location down towards the southern end of the town at all times, while it was convenient for us, may not be as convenient for the residents. So I asked to find other places throughout the city where we could have a place where you can go and still have that containability, if you want to call it that, but make it closer for people to come to. And you may not want to do it this time. Maybe the Walnut Ridge is not the place close enough for you. Just keep watching, because it'll move to someplace else and come to a neighborhood close to you pretty soon.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. And Nikki, I was looking down here at some of the items that'll be accepted. Swing sets. Box springs and mattresses. People are always looking for a way to get rid of box springs and mattresses.
Absolutely. We have a special waiver that you'll have to sign if you have a mattress and box spring that you're bringing that day. But otherwise, that's the only thing that there's any paperwork even involved for. We'll check your ID, and then if you have any questions, you can always call DPW beforehand and ask if an item would be accepted.
And I see grills with tanks removed. And a lot of those items, many of those items can be fixed up, recycled, and used by someone else instead
Absolutely.
of being
Absolutely.
trashed. Now, some of the items must be less than 7 feet in length. And
If you are able, anything that can be broken down, the swing set, for example,
Right.
that's a good example. The swing set can probably come apart at some of the joints, so it would be recommended to take that apart to as small pieces as you can, just for maneuverability.
Right.
I believe it's our equipment that can't accommodate things longer than 7 feet. So anything that you can break down, please do that. If residents have any questions about something that it's 8 feet and I just can't get it smaller than 8 feet, always call our DPW department, and they'd be happy to help offer some solutions for that.
And this is the flyer that people will see around. We'll be putting this on Cable Channel 99, on our website, Facebook, and Twitter.
Absolutely.
And now, what number should they call if they have any questions?
They can call the 301-600-1440 number. That'll be the basic number, and someone will be able to answer any of their questions then.
All right.
And the other thing too is want to understand that this is really a neighborhood and community benefit, and something you can be able to do with your neighbors. You know, there's been a talk about, okay, well, how do I get it down there? I don't own a truck, and there's great ways to get together with your neighbors and say, look, hey, I've got a couch. What do you got? I've got a grill. Neither one of us have a truck. You can go to places like Home Depot and Lowe's, and I think it's $19.95 for the day. You can rent a pickup truck and split that through 5 or 6 of your neighbors who want to participate. So at $4 or $5 a person, you basically get together, put everything into a truck. Maybe you have to take 2 trips if it's not a big enough truck. But to me, it's a great way to build your neighbors' neighborhood up as well, and have a little fun with your neighbors, and have a Freecycle Roundup day, and get together and do that kind of thing. So.
And you may find out from your neighbors that they need the chair that you were about to get rid
Exactly.
of. We may save all of this if neighbors would work together better on that. So we look forward to those partnerships happening from this too.
Is there anything else that either one of you want to add to our discussion today?
I think it's a great way to sort of balance off the taxpayer dollars against ways to help the environment. Like as you'd said earlier, we're putting a big push on recycling. We're trying to get people to understand that there's a lot of things that you can recycle. There's a lot of things that can go into your blue tub. That tub is managed by the county. We are county residents, but we're in an effort together with the county to help educate all the populace as to what can go in there, how you can get bigger tubs, all kinds of stuff to get more into the recycling, less into the landfill. And this is a great way to take it one step further to show how we can actually put it back into the system, not put it into the ground, not just send it off to the recycle plant, but to give it back to other people that could use it and have something maybe, like I said, my trash is someone else's treasure, and what I think is at the end of its life, someone said, hey, I could use that, and that's another 4 or 5 years for me, and I can save $3,000 and pick it up free over here. That's great. That's what we want to promote.
Well, I saw a demonstration at Department of Public Works once where they took a bag of trash, a random bag of trash, went through it and found all these things that were recyclable, and very little of it was actually trash. And that equated to less tipping fees
Correct.
for the city to pay.
And that's where the difference in cost and savings to the citizens can be, is that the cost to dump a ton into the landfill is $76 a ton, and a ton ready to get into recycle is $25, So you can see the big difference. That's what we would have to pay the county to do either one of those things. So the more that we can put into the recycling, the more savings there is to the city. So and there are other factors involved in that too, but just as a simple comparison, tonnage to tonnage.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today, both you and Nikki. We look forward to this day. We'll be advertising it, and look forward to a great turnout.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us for today's episode of City Issues.